Can't believe it did that. Okay, we're back. The internet wanted to give him a hard time. Yeah, let's roll with these punches, Key.
Yeah, let's go.
So what were you saying when we got cut off?
What was I saying when we got cut off?
Who got you into comedy? Who said you were funny early on in your life? And then you said...
Like I said, most of my friends were more supportive of my musical career because I was so much into doing the music. I was practicing 5 nights a week, which is pretty much the same as doing comedy, going to open mics 5-6 nights a week. Same concept. Difference was we got to do it out of the safety of our studios compared to in front of other people or other comics. But as far as the people that got me into it, I have to go back to all the old comics because I was a very big Colin fan, very big Rodney Dangerfield fan, big Sam Kinison fan.
Did you ever get to meet any of them, Key?
None of those, unfortunately.
Tell me some of your favorites that you've gotten to meet, because you're in New York. You probably met a few.
I have met quite a few. I actually met one of my favorites was Dave Attell. I can say Paul Veneer comes out here once in a while. He's a very funny man. I could probably name off 1,000 of them at this point. I think every one of them that I met has all given me a little piece of information or a little bit of knowledge towards where I'm heading. And, you know, it's great to meet everybody.
That is right. So what have you done to inspire other younger comics than you, younger on stage?
You're calling me old? Okay. No problem. I actually encourage all the comics. I've encouraged a lot of comics, even to start comedy. I've encouraged them to get out to an open mic, write a few minutes worth of material, get on that stage, have fun. There's a few newer comics out here that I highly encourage. They're very hard workers, and I think that they're up and comers definitely. So I really strongly push them along. I think they themselves really need a little extra, once in a while, pat on that back saying, hey, you are going in the right direction. As much as you hear no in this business, you know, there will be that yes once in a while, but the more you push, the more likely you'll get there.
Yes. So I'm studying one facet of comedy with my interviews. One question that just drives me crazy is what's in the mind of you, Key, when you're sitting in a room and you're reading the audience? What are you doing? What are you thinking when you're looking and listening to the room to read it? And don't give me any pat, simple answers. I want you to dig deep. I've heard enough pat answers.
All right, I understand that. No, my main factor when I'm reading an audience, I'm actually looking to see what they are reacting to, what style of joke they're reacting to, whether it's a dirty or clean joke, whether or not it's a deep thinker joke, deadpan humor, that kind of thing. Because I search my set, what I have already planned for the night to see, okay, this will probably do a little better in this set instead of what I had already planned. But that's about it. That's really it. I kind of just like to see the read on the groups. A lot of times people put me up in the beginning because I'm a very high energy comic. So people will like to have me host or feature.
Got it. And what's the craziest thing that you've seen happen that you don't ever want it to happen again? Like the worst heckler or... That wasn't hard.
The worst heckler ever. I mentioned that I did a swingers convention once before. So, I went on stage and I brought a friend of mine. So it was just the two of us performing. I hosted that particular day. And I was just about to get off stage when two people walked in bare ass naked. As I'm ready to hand the microphone over to my fellow comic, I'm like, I can't do this to him. I can't give this to him now. So I figure I'll take the dive for him just in case. So I walk over. I'm like, naked people. Let's see. All I know is I walked over to them. I said, I see you're hung better than me. I spoke to the gentleman, of course. And I was standing behind him, like, actually hiding. And he yelled out out something. I have no clue what he said to this day. All I know is he yelled out something, and he ran out the back of the back door of the room we were in. So he had to run like 30, 40 steps to get out the door. And I'm like, okay, that just happened. And now, coming up next.
Holy Toledo. Name 3 of your top favorite comedy clubs and why they are your favorite.
My top 3 comedy clubs. Okay.
Yeah.
I'll go with Governor's Comedy Club here on Long Island.
Yep.
Because it was one of my home comedy clubs. I'll say Caroline's Comedy Club in Manhattan.
Why Caroline's? I know Governors. I get Governors because they're like a home club for people.
Correct. The Caroline's would be just because it's one of the bigger clubs in New York City. It's an honor to get to perform there. So it's one of my favorite ones there. And then I would say Stitch's Comedy Club in Pennsylvania because it's just a fun club.
What city in Pennsylvania do you recall?
That's in Lancaster.
Oh.
They actually booked it. They put it in a hotel, in a Wyndham hotel just recently.
Lovely. So, what's your favorite thing to do when you go on stage and everybody's sphincters are all tight?
My favorite thing to do on stage when people's sphincters are all tight,
like they have in Portland Oregon with their passive aggressive make me laugh crowd.
I gotcha. My favorite thing is just to get up there and start my set because a lot of times I get people's attention just getting on stage.
Got it. So
getting their attention is my favorite part. Even if I just get a laugh in the very beginning and I don't get any more laughs for the rest of the day, I think I've actually accomplished something because at least I got their attention.
Absolutely. One time I got such a big laugh when I was at Greenwich Village Comedy Club. You know, I said, I got up, you know how Evan Weiss will put 7 or 8 people on a show?
Yes, I know him well.
And by the time I got up there were like 7 or 8 guys and then me. And so I got up and said, just what I wanted, you know, to come after 8 guys. And the place erupted.
Right.
I couldn't get them to quit laughing. So I said, well, that's about my time. I thought it would get a groan because all it is a pun, you know, but they laugh so hard.
Doesn't matter. Sometimes that's all it takes.
Yeah, that's right. You're just trying to make them laugh. So what's it matter?
Right.
Yeah. So the pandemic hit. You're at home, you and your wife. She's your biggest supporter and your manager and your public relations and everything. Your muse.
Love of my life, love of my jokes.
Butt of your jokes, love of your life. Yeah.
That's right.
So does she want to peek out and say hi to the people or stay behind?
You want to come out? Okay.
Say hi and say your name again.
Hi everybody, I'm Teresa, Mrs. Fitz.
Hey Teresa.
All jokes are wife approved. I sit and I write with my husband too.
No way. That's so
Yes,
cool.
She actually will give me ideas for jokes and whatnot and tell me here, think about talking about this on stage, or when we did this, or something like this. And then I bounce jokes off of her, and she turns around and she tells me, that one's good, that one sucks, rewrite it.
Oh, smart. That's so great to have an extra ear like that.
Absolutely.
Way to go, Teresa. Way to go.
Thank you.
Yes, ma'am. So the pandemic hit, and are you accepting Cash App, Venmo, or you're fine and don't want any handouts?
I'm good right now. I'm not asking for handouts for this in particular. I mean, I know it's hitting us hard, but for the fact. But we've been trying to help our community more than getting help for ourselves.
Wonderful.
So I don't actually have any of those apps on my phone or anything to accept that. If anybody really wants to reach out to me to do any kind of donations, you can contact me through Facebook. You can actually either go through Facebook Cash, or you can contact me because I do have a business, so I do have a way of taking credit card directly.
If they do want to donate to you?
If they want to donate to me, they can actually reach out to me here, we can get
Give the funds to the animal
we can
shelter.
we can make I can make contact with them, and most likely what I will end up doing with those funds is I'm actually going to be giving it to a local cat shelter that's here in right in my neighborhood that got very hurt by this this pandemic. They work on only donations, and they've gotten almost none since this started back, and we've been shut down since end of March.
Wow. And what city is the cat shelter in?
It's in Selden, New York, on Long Island.
Wonderful.
It's called the Kitten Caboodle Cafe, and you can actually go right to their page too.
Is that the one where Helene and Vanessa do comedy and the cats walk around while you're doing your comedy?
We've done a comedy show in there. It was actually kind of fun, and it was in the section where they do have the cats. They have a cafe on the side where they do sell food. They sell vegan. They have a vegan menu.
Mm-hmm.
But inside, where they have a separate section where they have all the cats that roam. It almost like a living room situation. Like
Yes.
couches and TVs and stuff for them to play on, and so they're well, yeah, and they're well kept. They're kept for well.
That's awesome. So
they would transition to a forever home very easy.
good people go through trauma and they become better people. Sociopaths and narcissists never get it, but I assume you and your wife Teresa are wonderful people, and so that means that the pandemic's going to make you better people. So how has it impacted your life to make you better on stage, better with each other, better in comedy, in music? How has the pandemic made you better, Key and Teresa?
Well, I stopped strangling her on a regular basis. So
Kudos.
she's a smart flu.
Kudos. High five.
Seriously. Virtual high five. Yeah, so no, I wouldn't. We've always been good people. I'm
Yep.
not going to say we haven't been. We're very outgoing. We do a lot of benefits and willing to help out and volunteer for things in the neighborhood. So one of the things, I can't say that this is making me any better or any worse. It's just making me very bored. So
Yes.
I'm writing a ton of stuff. I'm doing a ton of shows like this, and trying to keep myself busy.
Wonderful. So does Teresa have anything to add to that question?
I think you answered it all, Ross.
She says she thinks I answered it all for us.
Okay, perfect.
She's gonna smack me after I get off.
You're doing fantastic. Oh my gosh. So let's say they lifted the ban and we were able to go anywhere we want and money's not an issue. You have all the time and the money in the world to go anywhere and tell jokes, do music, hand somebody $1 million. Where would you go?
Oh, let's see. Hand somebody $1 million, I'd probably go right to the Cat Cafe. As
Oh.
far as going anywhere I wanted to, I would go. I tend to go anywhere that people would like to see comedy, and I love the idea of actually performing because I like to be able to make people forget about life for a little while.
Yes.
Just for that 10, 15 minutes I'm on stage, half hour I'm on stage, hour I'm on stage, whatever it is, as long as they forget about life and get entangled in what I'm talking about and understanding and getting a good laugh and enjoying a night out, I'm happy.
That's
I
wonderful.
would do it out on my front lawn.
I just
No
want,
problem doing it.
as a veteran of the military, I want to tell you I'm so proud of you for doing comedy at Walter Reed for the veterans. And I know that it does make them forget their pain and trauma, whatever they've had to do for our country, so we could sling jokes in English. So thank you so much for doing that, and Teresa for supporting it.
You're welcome.
Is there any parting thoughts, jokes, a bit, a song, anything you want to do before we part ways and I go home and cry?
Well, let's see. You know what? I'll do you a song. How about that?
Sounds good. I'm glad you added a song.
fat belly in the
No problem.
Okay. My wife and I, we've been married for a long time now, but on our 10th year anniversary, she asked me to write her a song. I thought I would. I wrote her this particular song. It's a love song that goes something like this. I'm at home completely wasted, out of work and down. And my wife, she won't stop nagging, she won't shut her mouth. I don't know what she's saying, so blah, 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 blah. If she don't shut her trap, I'll stick it out stuck in her mouth. Cause she's breaking my balls, 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 breaking my balls. I'm at home, she won't stop crying, she won't shut her trap. Just cause I came from the strip club and somehow caught the clap. I don't know what she's saying, I don't have a clue. If I did, I would be singing and making prostitute. And breaking my balls, breaking my balls, breaking my balls, breaking my balls. All right, thank you.
That is so cool. Oh my God. And she helped you write it, I bet. Right, Teresa?
Oh yeah, she broke my balls until I wrote it.
I love it.
I love it too. You know, I love it because maybe that's not really your relationship, but there's people in the audience that need to hear that.
Exactly.
That's right.
It's true.
It is true. Well, you've been adorable, both of you, Teresa and Keith.
Thank you.
How does somebody buy cutlery from you? You have Keys Cutlery, which I thought would.
Cutlery.com.
Okay.
KEYSCUTLERY.com.
I'll put that on the post. If I make any errors, hit me upside the head and tell me.
Will do. And my wife actually sells she sells stainless steel jewelry. You can get her website at keyslovejewelry.com.
Keys Love Jewelry.
Yeah.
.com.
.com. KEYSLOVE jewelry. JEWELRY.
All right. Well, if I type something about keys and Jews, you can let me know that I'm referring to my heritage.
I will tell you one funny story.
Okay.
I'll tell you this. Okay. So my wife and I we're out at one particular event, and they have this card that they make us put in our car, and on the card it says what you sell, and they put Jew knives. Abbreviated. I was like, what?
That's crazy. That's crazy. That's so crazy. What, was it somebody that didn't have English as a first language?
I guess not.
Thank you so much, Key. Thank you, Teresa. I'm going to let you.
Thank you so much.
Yes, see you later, you guys. God bless.
Have a good night.
Bye. Thank you. Bye.